Most people think they're prepared until the shelves actually go empty, because that's the moment everything changes. The foods everyone trusts, the ones that feel safe, disappear first. Rice is gone within hours. Canned beans are wiped out by the afternoon. Entire aisles empty before most people even realize what's happening. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. During those same shortages, there are always certain foods that stay fully stocked. Not because they're useless, not because they're bad, but because nobody ever learned to reach for them. And that's where the real advantage is, because getting through a crisis isn't about having more food. It's about having the right food, the kind nobody else thought to grab. Right now, there are 11 foods sitting on store shelves that could completely change how your household handles a real disruption. Cheap, available, overlooked, and almost completely ignored by the prepping world. Start with something almost everyone underestimates: bouillon cubes. Most people see them as optional, just flavor, something extra. That assumption is exactly why they matter. Because after about 10 to 14 days of eating the same base foods, rice, beans, basic grains, something starts happening that has nothing to do with calories. It is monotony. It builds quietly, and once it sets in, it changes how people behave. Meals stop being something you look forward to, and they turn into something you push through. Patience drops, irritation rises, and decision-making gets worse. One bouillon cube completely changes that dynamic. It turns a plain meal into something warm, savory, and satisfying. Not just better tasting, but easier to keep eating day after day. It also replaces 2 full cups of broth while taking up almost no space. And during real supply disruptions, bouillon often stays on shelves because people do not panic buy it. That is exactly why it should be part of your system. The second food most people overlook is nutritional yeast. It doesn't sound like survival food, and that's part of the problem. But once you understand what it actually provides, it becomes difficult to ignore. 2 tablespoons contain around 8 grams of complete protein, including all 9 essential amino acids. But more importantly, it provides vitamin B12, and that is where most stockpiles quietly fail. Standard emergency diets built around rice, beans, and grains contain almost no vitamin B12. Over time, that deficiency does not just affect energy, it affects focus, mood, and cognitive function. People do not immediately recognize it, but it builds, and in a stressful situation, that matters more than people expect. Nutritional yeast fills that gap with something shelf-stable, inexpensive, and consistently overlooked during shortages. The third gap almost every stockpile has is fat, and that is where full-fat canned coconut milk comes in. Most people focus on calories and protein, but fat is what keeps your body functioning under stress. It supports hormone production, brain function, and the absorption of essential vitamins. Without it, even a calorie-sufficient diet starts to feel draining. Coconut milk provides roughly 50 grams of fat per can, stores for years, and transforms basic meals into something far more effective. Add it to rice, and you do not just increase calories, you increase how long that energy actually lasts. This is not about comfort, it is about how the body performs when conditions are not normal. Next is something almost invisible in most prepper conversations: potato flour, not flakes or instant mash, but actual potato flour. It lasts up to 10 years, is naturally gluten-free, and contains resistant starch that slows digestion and keeps you feeling full longer. That last point is critical. In a rationing scenario, the ability to feel satisfied on less food is a real advantage. It also allows you to make simple flatbreads with minimal ingredients, turning basic supplies into something far more practical. Ghee solves another problem most people don't think about until it's too late: stability. Butter spoils, oils degrade, but ghee, because it has had water and milk solids removed, remains stable for years at room temperature. It doesn't require refrigeration and doesn't break down under heat the same way other fats do. In a situation where consistency matters, that reliability becomes a major advantage. Dried seaweed addresses one of the most overlooked deficiencies in emergency food systems: iodine. Without iodine, your thyroid cannot regulate energy, metabolism, or temperature properly. Most stockpiles contain none, not low amounts, none at all. Seaweed solves that instantly, requires no preparation, takes up almost no space, and remains available during shortages because it is simply not on most people's radar, making it a compact, reliable addition to a smarter stockpile. Chia seeds introduce a different kind of advantage: efficiency. They absorb up to 12 times their weight in water, which slows digestion and keeps you full longer, providing satiety. That means you can stretch your food supply without reducing how much you eat. You are not eating less, you need it less often. They also provide omega-3 fatty acids, hydration support, and complete protein, all without cooking. In a situation where fuel's limited, that matters. Another category most people underestimate is psychological fatigue, and that is where high-quality instant noodles from Asian markets come in. This is not about cheap ramen, it is about variety and flavor. Eating the same thing every day does not just get boring, it affects mood, motivation, and overall functioning. A small change in flavor can reset that entirely. These products are often untouched during shortages because most people simply do not think to look for them. If this is already changing how you think about food storage, subscribing helps the channel keep breaking down systems like this. Textured vegetable protein, or TVP, is one of the most efficient protein sources you can store. 1 pound expands into roughly 3 pounds when prepared. It provides high protein, lasts for over a decade when stored correctly, and costs significantly less than most alternatives. It is widely used by people who need to maximize efficiency, but it remains largely unknown to the average household, and that keeps it available when it matters. Powdered milk is another example of something people misunderstand. The product itself is not the issue, storage is. If left in cardboard, it degrades quickly. Properly sealed with oxygen absorbers, it can last for decades. Same product, completely different outcome. It also provides nutrients that disappear quickly in a disruption, including calcium, protein, and vitamin D. Finally, hard winter wheat berries. This is the foundation everything else builds on. Whole wheat stored properly can last 30 years or more compared to flour, which degrades within 1 year. With a simple hand mill, you can produce fresh flour whenever needed without relying on any external system. It's one of the most efficient ways to store calories long term and gives you control that processed foods simply don't. The bigger issue here is not that people are not preparing, it is that most people are preparing in exactly the same way. Same lists, same products, same stores, and when something goes wrong, everyone moves at the same time toward the same items. That is not random, that is predictable, and that is where the system breaks. These 11 foods sit outside that pattern, not just because they last longer or cost less, but because they remain available when everything else disappears. That is the real advantage, so the question becomes simple. Are you preparing based on what everyone else is buying, or based on what actually stays available when it matters? Let me know your perspective in the comments. If you want more breakdowns like this, subscribing genuinely helps the channel grow and keeps these videos coming. Thanks for watching.